The empress Xiaogongren was the consort of the Emperor Kangxi. In December 1722, Kangxi passed away. His throne was passed to the Prince Yong of the first rank, known as the Emperor Yongzheng. As the biological mother of Yongzheng, the consort was promoted to the emperor's daughter. In official documents, the emperor's daughter felt desperate for Kangxi's death and committed suicide to join her husband, but was refused by Yongzheng. Later, the emperor's daughter fell sick and passed away 6 months after Kangxi's death. It sounds like a romantic story, but the truth is not simple like this. The Empress Xiaogongren Wu Yashi was born in a plain yellow banner Baoyi family. In 1675, when Wu Yashi was 16 years old, she came into the imperial palace through the Interior Ministry imperial election. There wasn't many official records about Wu Yashi's early life. In 1678, the 19-year-old Wu Yashi gave birth to her first kid, who was Kangxi's fourth son, Yongzheng. Because at that time, Wu Yashi only was a lower-rank concubine, she wasn't qualified to personally take care of her son. Yongzheng was raised by Kangxi's imperial noble consort Tong. The imperial noble consort Tong passed away when Yongzheng was 11 years old. After lost her foster mother, Yongzheng still lived in Jingren Palace, where was the imperial noble consort Tong's residential palace, until 1691. Yongzheng was married with Ula Nala Shi, who was the future Empress Xiaogongren. In 1679, Wu Yashi was promoted to the noble concubine De. 1 year later, Wu Yashi gave birth to Kangxi's sixth son, who died at 6 years old. In 1681, the noble concubine De was promoted to consort De and was qualified to personally take care of her kids. After becoming the consort, Wu Yashi totally gave birth to 4 kids. Her oldest daughter died at 8 months. Her second daughter was raised by the emperor's daughter Ren Xian. She only personally took care of her third daughter, who died at 12 years old, and her third son, who was Kangxi's fourth son, Yinti. Yinti was born in 1688, 10 years younger than Yongzheng. In late Kangxi's time, both Yinti and Yongzheng were involved in the battles for the throne. Although they were full brothers, in the political battles they didn't support each other, or even worse, they became the political enemies. In the final phase, both Yinti and Yongzheng became the leader of their political group. In 1718, Yinti became the general and led an army of 300,000 into Taipei to fight with the rebelling armies. Because in early Qing dynasty, military achievements was an important consideration in the crown prince election. So many government officers thought this was the sign that Kangxi had planned to pass his throne to Yinti. But only 4 years later, Kangxi passed away. Yongzheng became the new emperor, known as the Emperor Yongzheng. According to unofficial records, when consort De got the news, she was sad and furious. She refused the empress daughter title and publicly thought Yongzheng got the throne through unethical methods. Be honestly, no matter Yongzheng became the emperor or Yinti became the emperor, the consort De would become the empress daughter eventually. But in her heart, she hoped her beloved son Yinti became the new emperor. After becoming the emperor, Yongzheng immediately sent a message about Kangxi's death to Yinti and let him go back to Beijing in 24 days. After arrived at Beijing, Yongzheng refused Yinti's request of visiting their mother, the empress daughter. In May 7th, 1723, after Kangxi's funeral, Yongzheng sent Yinti to guard Kangxi's tomb. 3 days later, Yongzheng put Yinti under home arrest. At that time, the empress daughter was seriously sick. She begged Yongzheng to allow Yinti to visit her. Unfortunately, Yongzheng didn't agree. In May 23rd, 1723, the empress daughter Xiaogongren passed away at 63. Again, Yongzheng refused Yinti's request to join their mother's funeral. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon.